Hello lads and lasses and welcome back to the channel. Today we have some transfer news that has been going on for the past couple of days. It's been a while since I've updated on some of the transfers going on. We also have my Twitter poll of the week to go through. So all the good stuff coming up. Before we get into any of that though, if you're new around here, if you find yourself here quite often, go down below, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 200 before the end of the year. While you're down there, hit that like button, turn those notifications on. Let's get into this video, shall we? So to start things off, bit of transfer news. Lascelles in the news recently, especially on Twitter, for a fight in town after the City game, I think it was. We've seen some videos. He's fought off some people who had guns, I think, something along them lines. Good on him. Defend yourself, defend your friends, siblings, whatnot, all that good stuff. But he might be on his way to Besiktas, possibly. I don't see the move happening. It has been reported on by a couple of outlets. But yeah, I don't see it happening. I'd be happy for it to happen. Lascelles wants game time. He's going to get that at Besiktas. He's not going to get a lot of it here. And it might mean we can bring in a better right-sided centre-back, which is what we've been wanting to do. Sven Botman went down. Not serious injury. We don't know how bad that is yet, I don't think. So it could prove we do need another centre-back who might be a little bit better with both feet. Because, Dan Burn can sit in a centre-back. We've got Paul Dummer who can sit in a centre-back. We've got Lewis Hall on the left with Matt Targett. So we've got options on that left-hand side. We still need a right-sided centre-back. Shipping Lascelles out could mean we could bring that first-choice fantastic centre-back, Antonio Silva kind of player. We could bring someone like that in if with his move out. I just don't see it happening. I can't see Lascelles leaving. I can't see we're bringing in a high caliber centre back like we need to be doing. Aye. So other news on outgoings. You're all seen by now. Isaac Hayden is on his way to Luton Town. Now this is a season-long loan. It's just waiting to be announced. I don't think it's been officially announced yet. Medicals were done on Monday, so medicals were done yesterday. He is going to Luton Town. It'll be good to see him get some first team football. Wages, hopefully, at least the majority of his wages been shifted on to Luton Town, which would be helpful to us. And FFP gives us a little bit more money to use for any potential deals we want to make. Or for Bruno's contract, which still hasn't been signed. Although I still don't think that needs done yet. We've got ages. He's only signed a new contract was it last season? Or when he signed his contract, he's still got like 3 years or so on it. Well, Isaac Hayden will get game time in the Premiership. It'll be good to see him at Luton. Luton are starting to build a pretty alright side for the Premier League. They brought Ross Barkley in, they've got Isaac Hayden now. Be interesting to see what they can do. See if they can prove people wrong with not finishing bottom of the league. And then finally, for outgoings at least, Matt Targett has had an offer turned down from Fulham. So Fulham want to take him out on loan. We've turned that down. We're going to keep him here, which is good because we need those choices at left back. I'm hoping that means the plan is for Dan Burn to play more centrally, Lewis Hall to come in, Matt Targett to get his game time. It'll be good to see him get his game time. He does need it. He showed it in the Liverpool game on Sunday. He's not quite up to scratch. I think him and Lewis Hall could be a good rotation on that left-hand side. It'd be good to see all that good stuff. And we'll finish off the transfer segment with some incomings, potential incomings. Now, we've been linked to Nico Williams. He is the brother of Inaki Williams, I believe, at Atletico Bilbao. He's a winger, right-sided. Would be an alright option. Don't see that one going through, especially since we need a right-sided centre-back more. That should be our priority. But we've also recently been linked with PSV's winger, Johan Bakayoko. It's an interesting one. It's another winger. He plays predominantly on the right, can play a little bit on the left though. And as I said, is at PSV currently. I don't think right wingers a prioritised position right now. Almiron doesn't look like he's going to do that well this season. He hasn't quite kicked on. We have Murphy who could come in, but I don't see Murphy as the long-term option for right winger. We've got Gordon who we can ship out on that side. So we've got options there. It's not a priority. I do think we do need to sign a right-sided centre-back more. But if he is the player we end up going for, he is only 20 years old, still very young. He's currently played 6 games this year and getting 4 goals in those 6 games. I think all of them came in Champions League qualifiers, so not great. But not a lot of league games have been played, so not a lot of goals going to be scored in the league. No assists yet though, which is not what you want from you wingers. You would hope for more assists. Last season though, he played 39 games and got 9 goals and 6 assists, so an alright return. If he was to come in, we would hope he would kick on a little bit more. He played in 4 Europa League games and didn't miss a game with injury. He did, however, not play in a lot of the games, just not being in the squad. So that's another option there. Again, winger, not a priority in my opinion. I do think we should be looking at a right-sided centre-back. And then taking things from there. So to finish off, my weekly poll on Twitter, my weekly Twitter poll. If you do want to get involved in that, go down into the description. My Twitter's linked there. Give us a follow. You can get live updates on what I think and stuff's going on. Lovely. So the Twitter poll this week was: do you want to see any changes for the Brighton game? Obviously, everyone's had their say about the Liverpool game. Fans divided. Few fans thinking Eddie Howe should be sacked, which is an interesting one and an incredibly stupid one. But it's one nonetheless. Each to their own, I guess. But yes, I asked if we should make changes for the Brighton game. Gee, I don't know what's happened there. I'm having a stroke or something. The options were keep it the same and changes, and to comment the changes. So we'll get into the results in a second. I will go through some of the comments. A lot of them seem to be based around Gordon going on the right wing, Barnes coming in on the left, and Hall coming in at left back, and uncertainty with the Botman injury. Depending on how serious it is, we might see Burn go left centre back. So we could see a much earlier appearance from Lewis Hall than we thought. There's a couple people wanting Joe Linton to go on the left and then Gordon shifted onto the right, and a few people wanted Longstaff to come in for Bruno, which I thought was interesting, because then who are we going to play in the number 6 role? Because Longstaff isn't a 6, nowhere near a number 6. He's I don't even know what position you would describe him as. Not that good. I mean, he did kick on last season a little bit, which was good to see. But overall, I don't think his game's fantastic. He came on against Liverpool and looked quite poor. It would be interesting to see who we would take off in that midfield, because Tonali played fantastic again. A lot of people thought Joe Linton played well. I didn't think he played that good. But the general consensus is bring Hall in, bring Barnes in, shift Gordon over, and there's quite a few shouts for Wilson to start, which I thought was surprising because he didn't look fantastic either. Someone gave their lineup, and it's pretty much just what we've been saying. Hall in, Botman starts if he's ready, if not Burn, and then Barnes comes on, shift Gordon. So most of it, to be fair, depends on whether or not Botman is fit, which I've got a feeling he might not be. So we might see Hall against Brighton. Obviously, when we get that information, I will bring you my predictions closer to the time. And there's a very few shouts for Murphy to start on the right-hand side, which I thought was interesting. So, yeah. So out of 756 votes, because this one got retweeted by Toon Polls, so we've got quite a few votes on this one. 33.6% said to keep it the same, and 66.4% said to change the lineup. I'm part of that 66.4%. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, what your opinions are. And as I say, if you want to get involved on those Twitter polls, every Monday there will be a new one out. Not always about the game just gone, but just in general, some Twitter polls. If you want to get involved in them, go down below into that description. Go give us a follow, and you can see all the stuff I post live, which is, you know, sometimes cool, I guess. But yes, that is it for this video. If you did enjoy, do go down below, hit that subscribe button. Remember, I'm trying to hit 200 before the end of the year. Leave a like while you're down there. Turn those notifications on for when you know, so you know when I upload in the future. Jesus Christ! What day is it today? It's Tuesday, so we'll have a couple of videos coming out in the coming days. We'll have my predictions later on in the week. We'll have my Champions League reaction. I will record that. My reaction to the draw on Thursday or Friday. We'll have to see what time I am doing stuff. In the meantime, there will be another video tomorrow, of course, as always, trying to keep it as daily as possible. Just turn those notifications on so you know when I upload. I'll see you next time. In a bit, pal.